All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to day 7. All right. All right.
Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the convener of the 7 days AI Digital Sales Challenge. And today we want to look at AI tools in sales, enhancing efficiency and engagement. So let's go. The role of AI in sales. AI is revolutionizing sales by automating tasks, enhancing personalization, and improving efficiency. So a couple of tools that are quite good. We have AI-driven tools to help sales professionals manage the following. Number one, managing customer relations, which is CRM, create high-quality sales content for video, graphics, sales copywriting. Of course, we have also AI helping the area of design for property visualization, 3D, 2D. You even have augmented reality as well. And I hope we have there are a lot of tools that are good for this. Generate leads and optimize social media marketing. So these are tools, areas that we are going to be looking at today, and tools that you can leverage for each aspect of this. Okay, so we're going to start with customer relations, right? Customer relationship management, or CRM tools. First is HubSpot, which is a very good web platform you can leverage on and use. The other is Salesforce Hosting. Again, remember, these are old platforms, but they now have AI powered version of themselves that you can leverage on now. So we then have Salesforce Hosting, we have Zoho, we have Pipe Drive, we have Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales, we have Fresh Sales by Framework, we have Monday Sales CRM, we have Close CRM, we have Nibo. So you want to get these platforms or these tools to really help you take things to the next level. So let's look at tools for video graphics, but we look for video editing tools that can give you the best type of videos. We have Synthesia, we mentioned this in one of our former video. We have Runaway ML, we have InVideo, we have Pictory, we have Descript, we have Lab, we have Adobe Premiere Pro, the AI features, we have Wondershare Filmora, We have Magisto by Vimeo. We have WiseCut. These are very, very good tools that you want to leverage on. For graphics, we have a few tools as well. AI tools you want to leverage on: Canva AI, Adobe Firefly, Design.ai, Photo, that's FOTOR.ai, or Photo AI. We have Dale, so this is DALL.e by OpenAI. This is from OpenAI. We have Mid Journey. We have Runway ML, just that so you can do videos, but it's also graphics. We have Deep Screen Generator. We have Remove.bg. We have Let's Enhance and Art Breeder, right? So these are powerful tools. Now look at tools for copywriting. This is for persuasive content that is really good. ChatGPT is, of course, the game changer there. We have Jasper AI. We have Copy.ai. We have Write Sonic. We have RYTR, right? But spell as RYTR. We have AnyWord. We have Closer Copy. We have Copy Smith, and we have Outranking. Okay, so these are very good. Now let's look at tools for 2Ds and 3Ds that are very good for this. We also have for that we have Room Sketcher, very, very good tool for remodeling house floors and all that. We have Planner 5D. We have Smart Draw. We have Home by Me. We have Floor Planner. We have Live Home 3D. We have Room Styler 3D, Home Planner. We have Home Styler. We have Cedrio. We have SketchUp, right? The AI feature of SketchUp. These are very, very good tools that will help you big time in those areas. We still have more tools. We have particularly for virtual staging, 3D. We have Matterport. We have Home Styler. We have Foya Neo. We have Planner 5D, Home by Me that we mentioned earlier as well, SketchUp, the AI feature, Room Sketcher, we've mentioned that as for 2Ds as well, Cedrio, mentioned that for 2Ds, Live Home 3D, Sweet Home 3D, and Cool Home, that's just COOMHOM. Yeah. So AI tools for lead magnets, right? Customer acquisition, generating leads that you want to use is called Lead Page AI. Very, very good. Outgrow, chatbots. You have Rift and ManyChat. These are two good ones. Rift is very good. We have ChatGPT by OpenAI. We have Jasper AI. We have Systeme.io, Canva Magic Write and Design AI. Under Canva, you have the Magic Write and Design. Write Sonic, Optin Monster, and then we have HubSpot. That's we keep mentioning HubSpot all through. And then we have Copy.ai. Okay, so using tools like this really is a game changer for our world as salespeople, and you want to take advantage of a lot of these things to really help you. And if we're looking at social media management to help increase sales, you have Buffer AI. You have Hootsuite AI, we have Lately AI, we have PressThis.ai. Hootsuite, I used to use Hootsuite a lot, right? It just helps you automate all your content, help you post on all multiple social media handles that you have, automate you're posting and space the posting as well.
Apps that can be used for augmented reality, AR, Google Lens, IKEA Place, Snapchat, Pokemon Go, Measure, iOS and Android, Houses, Google IR Core, Wallamy, Augment, YouCam Makeup.
I hope these 7 days has really, really been of tremendous value to you. This is day 7, and I hope all the other speakers that have spoken has really changed your life and business forever. Don't forget our Business Growth Conference. Just register at www.businessgrowthconference.org and secure your seat. It's going to be a great time with me. Also, we don't forget our Doha retreat. We're going to Doha. It's going to be an amazing time in Doha. I can't wait. I love you all, and thank you for being part of these amazing 7 days. If you're in London on the 16th of March, I will be in London. 5 a.m. is a free meeting with me. Don't miss it. If you are in Qatar on 7th of April, I'm having a free meeting by 6 p.m. as well. Looking forward to seeing you all. Thank you so much. God bless you. I remain Stephen Akintayo, the convener of the AI 7-Day Challenge. Bye-bye.
Dr. Stephen Akintayo is a globally renowned investment coach, real estate mogul, and philanthropist of African descent. He is the chairman of G-Text Holdings, which operates across the US, UK, Dubai, and Nigeria, with multiple subsidiaries. He is also the founder of the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, SAF. He's a member of the Forbes Business Council and a recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Forbes Best of Africa Leading Investment Coach and Real Estate Mogul by Forbes Best of Africa Award, 2023. Dr. Akintayo spearheads a $200 million expansion project in the U.S., solidifying his impact in global real estate. His vision is to control 25,000 green and smart homes across 4 continents and have a real estate portfolio of $40 billion under management by 2035. Through the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, he aims to empower 1 million entrepreneurs by 2050, offering grants and mentorship to drive financial independence and sustainable development. An advocate for wealth creation education, he founded the Stephen Akintayo University. Robert Kiyosaki, John Maxwell, Brian Tracy, Grant Cardone, Ryan Serhat, Sam Adiyemi, Les Brown, Dan Locke, and Dr. Cosmas Maduka are among the many facilitators at Stephen Akintayo University and authored 45 books, including Billionaire Habits. They are available on Amazon or visit store.stephenakintayo.com. He hosts investment chat in a Rolls-Royce and other influential platforms, featuring global thought leaders. Despite humble beginnings in Maiduguri, Nigeria, Dr. Akintayo overcame adversity to build a multi-billion-dollar empire. He holds degrees in microbiology, strategic leadership, and real estate investment, and is a Harvard alumnus. Driven by social impact, he launched the Mercy Food Bank, aiming to feed 1 billion people by 2050. Dr. Akintayo loves adventures like travel, skydiving, scuba diving, hot air balloon experience, swimming and golfing, and many more adventures. He's married and blessed with children, and continues to inspire through his transformative vision, leadership, and philanthropy. To invite Dr. Stephen Akintayo for a speaking engagement, kindly visit www.stephenakintayo.com/booking or email ea@stephenakintayo.com.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And hope we're finding a good time in this 7 days AI training. AI Digital Sales Challenge. Oh, beautiful. All right. So if you've been getting value from the first day, second, third, fourth, fifth, and today is the seventh day, which is the last day of the training. I want you to drop a message in the chat box. Value, I've gotten value. And please, in the next 5 minutes, I would like to get some testimony from at least 2 or 3 persons. What has been your experience so far? Can you share with me what has been your experience so far? Can you share with us? So I would like 2 persons to unmute and share your experience so far in this training. Gibson Ekube, can I hear from you? What has been your experience so far? Can we hear from your experience? All right, as we wait for Gibson, Good Heart Onyedima, can we hear from you? What has been your experience so far? I just joined today, Gibson. All right, Good Heart, can we hear from you? What has been your experience so far? Oh, David want to share his experience so far. All right, David, you unmute now and share your experience. Go ahead and share your first open for you. David, can you unmute yourself now and share? Is there any challenge? It has been amazing with a lot of value. I want you to unmute and then share your experience, okay? Unmute yourself. David B, can you unmute yourself? David B, you are taking my time. Can you unmute yourself and share your experience? Go ahead and unmute yourself. Olamileko, are you here? Can you enable David B, David Oketa to share his experience? Can you enable him? Okay, David B. All right. Can you unmute now?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you now.
Hello, sir. Okay,
Go
sir.
ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is David.
Your time.
So the program was. Hello. Can you hear me?
David.
Can you hear me, sir?
David, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. I said. So my name is David. Good afternoon. The program was.
David, I can't hear you again from this end. What's the challenge? Is it your network? What is the challenge? Who else want to share your experience? Who else? Who else? David, are you finding this? Okay. Okay, sir. David, okay, sir. Let me enable you. David, okay, sir. I'm coming. David, okay, sir. Where are you? David Okonta. Okay, David Okonta. David Okonta, you can go ahead and speak, David Oketa. All right, go ahead. Good afternoon. Go ahead. I can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
The class starting from day one was amazing and got a lot of value. I got a lot of value on it. So most of the times, due to my schedule, I don't give it all the time. But thank God, one of us sent me the video record, and I'm going through it. I used to go through it when I get my house. There's been a lot of value, and but it's amazing. Anyone that really wants to do exploit in the business can take advantage of it. Can you hear me, sir? Hello.
Go ahead.
No, whether it's network or. Or did you understand me?
David, are you not speaking? David Oketa? All right. So, Mr. Oketa, thank you so much. It has been a network, there's a network challenge here, and over there, I can see network is bad, sir. All right. So who else have something to share with us as regarding to day 1, day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? What you learned, what have stood out for you in the course of the training, what you've learned, and you want to share with us your experiences, your observations, the things you've learned, the things that stood out for you. Can you put that in the chat box? I'm going straight to the chat box now to read out all the comments right now. So do well to go to the chat box and drop what stood out for you. I'm going to be reading them out now. All right, so where are they? I'm reading. Keep sending them in. Good Heart Onyedema say interesting and eye-opening. David Okita say it has been amazing with a lot of value. Hello, okay. All right, so WOO, the amazing value gotten here are so many that it cannot be overemphasized. Thank you so much for that observation. Now, I want us to do one or two role play. Yes, so can we take one or two role play? And I'm going to put on the product of the day. Okay. Who is ready to take the lead for today's sales role play? All right, Ifeanyi Ilechukwu, get ready. I'm going to enable you now to sell. We're going to be selling our products for the day that was sent to the chat box. We're going to be selling it to we're going to be selling to Owo Abraham. Ifeanyi Ilechukwu, can you hear me? I just enabled you now.
Yes, I can hear you, but I don't. Can you hear me?
Beautiful. Yes, please take a sales play. Sell our property that I'm going to be sent to now and sell it to Double Owo. Double Owo, I've just enabled you.
Okay.
So it's going to be selling to you, Ms. Ifeanyi.
Yes,
Get
I
ready
don't.
to,
Okay.
the product knowledge is being displayed now.
Yeah, I can see it, but I actually just joined. I don't know if I can still make an attempt because I just joined. I just joined. Not quite now.
You are not being appointed because you are perfect in it. The reason why you're being appointed, the essence of it, this is training, right? So practice, they say it makes perfect, okay? Right? So it's in practicing, you get to take your corrections, you know, areas to improve in, right? So I want you to take up the challenge and sell to Double Owo now. Double Owo, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
All right. So let's look at the product knowledge for the day. Olamileko, over to you. Can you display the product knowledge of the day?
This thing is really powerful. Plug this. Oh. Yeah. I can go. You.
All right, you can go ahead and sell. This is the product knowledge for the day, and it is Sapphire Water City, Ikorodu, Lagos. So go ahead and sell to Double Owo. Ifeanyi Chukwu Ilechukwu, can you go ahead and sell now? The floor is open.
All right. Hello, Mr. Wu. Good afternoon. Can you
Good
hear me?
afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, please. This
Hey.
is Ifeanyi. This is Ifeanyi Ilechukwu calling you from GTEX Holdings. We had a discussion last time when we attended a wedding together, wedding of Mr. Emmanuel's son, and we are on the same table, if you could remember, and we were talking on a lot of things. And I also talked about uh, I talked to you about some of the landed property. As we discussion was going on, we talked about trying to invest on some properties within Lagos. So I'm calling you is in respect of one of our products, um a Sapphire Estate located at Ikorodu.
Okay, that's fantastic. But I can barely recall what's it called? Talking to you on that because I spoke with a lot of people that day, so I'm not
Yes,
too sure. No
yeah.
understanding, just let me listen to you.
Okay, actually, we didn't really talk about land, but I told you that we have kind of property that you might want to invest in. So the place was Loudy, and I said I'll get back to you immediately I got home. So I'm calling you on respect of, trying to inform you about a landed property at Ikorodu that you might want to invest in. It's a very nice project that I will advise you to go into. How do you see it, sir?
Although because I'm a serial investor, I like acquiring more properties a lot. So when you mention Ikorodu, I'm a bit interested in it, but I'm looking at it from the angle of it's mainland, right?
Yeah.
Ikorodu is by hand, so it's mainland, but I hope that place is not waterlogged.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a nice project that you might want to. I will advise you to invest into because of its future ROI. So I am telling you, also coming out from our company that is well known in Africa, Dubai, and US. It's a project that you invest into, and you don't have anything to be afraid of, sir.
Yes, but the only thing is, any property I want to acquire, I have a couple of investors with me that usually buy in acres. And before buying any of our properties, we always do our due diligence verification and everything. So this property you are talking about, what title does it have?
It has governor's consent, sir, and it's a 400 square meter land that it has a lot of it's a service project, so it comes with lots of benefits. So
Ah,
yes, sir.
interesting. But I want to find out because I told you I have serial investors as friends, home and abroad, and they might be interested in properties like that in the mainland. How many acre or hectares you have in all?
Actually, the land is 400 square meter, and then you might buy as much as 6 plots, and the more you buy it, the more the lower the price. So it's a nice bargain for you, sir.
Okay. So but notwithstanding, because I'm hearing this for the first time, I will still need to do some, findings and probably need to talk to my wife before I can get
All right, sir.
additional one from his, from my own opinion for taking decision.
All right, sir. All right, sir. I quite agree with you because there are lots of companies that are not known that you get lands from, and in a short or long run you start having issues. But our company, GTEX Holdings, is not something that is not a company that is new, and we are not new in the game. We've been operating for over 17 years now, sir. So you can just make a little research on Google and you will see our name everywhere. So like I told you, sir,
But 1 minute, where exactly is this property located?
the property is in Ikorodu.
Where in Ikorodu? Because what's it called? I'm an indigenous of Ikorodu and I know Ikorodu very well. So where exactly is this property in Ikorodu?
Okay, sir. The land we are talking about now is close. It's at my 12 market, close to my 12, um, uh, close to Lagos State Polytechnic, right, sir? It has landmark with Owutu Police Station, right, and it also with Labella Hotel and Event Center, close to Deeper Life Church. It's a
No, just a
well-known
minute.
center.
Just a minute. You said something now. You said it's at my 12 and it's close to Lagos State Polytechnic. No, are you sure of what you are saying? Because I told you that I'm an indigenous of Ikorodu, so I know that place very well. So if you are telling me this land is close to my 12 and it's close to Lagos, they are too far hand. So I'm not sure. You have to be sure of what you are saying.
Exactly, sir. I understand. I'm trying to explain the landmarks it has with this very property. You
Okay,
understand?
okay.
Yeah, the landmark with this very property. You can connect to these places, from this place, from this where this project is.
Okay. But what are those things that I'm not that convinced enough, because what are those sad attractions that will actually allow me to invest in this particular property? Because I'm not convinced enough. What is that thing? What's that value that I tend to gain from investing in this property?
All right, sir. Thank you for the questions. The good part of this land is that it's a place that is like exploding. It is developing. A place that you can, invest today, get a land today. In few years to come, you have a high return on your investment. So like I said, the landmark is quite located at places where you can there are business activities, the economic activities in this area. It's exploding at a high point. Like I mentioned the Lagos State Polytechnic, and I mentioned the Just Right supermarket, very developed places.
Sorry to cut you in. I also observed something. You mentioned the fact that it's 400 square meter. Other properties that have been getting over time, they are usually 500 square meter, 600 square meter. How come your own is 400 square meter and it's quite a bit expensive?
Yeah, actually, like I said, sir, it has it's a service land. You in this land you have everything situated in it. You can there's a road network, right? There's a road network connecting to this project that we're talking about. There, a supermarket, place for supermarkets and all that. So we are not just giving you a land, and also it has perimeter fencing. It's not just a land that will.
Sorry to continue. As it's
All
well,
right.
500 square meter land and 600 square meter land that get elsewhere, they have all these facilities you are talking about. So what makes your own stand out?
Our own, I don't know if there are companies that, give you this perimeter fencing, I don't think there are companies that will give you um, access to road network, but our company is actually offering you all those things that they are just like I said, it's a service land. Like we have all those things like available for you. You don't just buy and then you start, demarcating and doing all those stuff. So we have those things available already for you, sir.
Okay, no problem. I've heard all what you have said, but I won't be able to take a decision now. I still need to, as I rightly said before, I still need to talk to my wife.
All
We
right.
need to deliberate on some things, then I'll probably get back to you on it.
Okay, sir. I don't know. I guess I should call you back in an hour time, or if that is okay with you, sir.
Well, another time I'm still at work at the moment, so I'll maybe don't worry. You can call back in 2 days time. So by then I will have seen my wife, will have deliberated on it, and I'll give you
All
the
right.
feedback.
All right. So, is there any time like you have that I should call? Any specific time that you'll be chanced I should call?
I will prefer you call in the evening. By then I will have finished in the office and I'll be relaxing, so maybe to have time for you.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Double. I'm glad talking to you. Thank you very much for listening to me. Right. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Ifeanyi. Thank you so much for Double Owo for that wonderful section. You actually did awesome, Mr. Ifeanyi. So I'm going to take one or two observations. I'm going to call one or two persons to vet the call to tell us areas you did well and areas you didn't do well. The essence of it is so that you can actually improve in the areas that you're weak in. So like I said before, the essence of this role play is for personal development. So you get to know where you need to work on, as a salesperson. So I'm going to call one or two person to, say something concerning this call. All right, but before I do that, Double Owo, I want you to vet this call, vet Ifeanyi electrical performance. So tell us what's your observation and area you feel like you need to work on. All right, Double
Yes.
Owo, can we start with you?
Okay. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Once again, Mr. Ifeanyi did very well. I appreciate his confidence, his product knowledge is a bit on top notch. But the only thing I observed is that when I said I needed to talk to my, wife, you will have suggested that, okay, while you are trying to talk to your wife, is it possible you invite me also, so I should be in the conversation so that I will be able to clarify all doubts about this particular, investment. So in that way, the client in question will be able to get much more convinced. You understand? So there will be no taking decision, then go back again and go and, go against the decisions that have already been, settled. So that's one thing. Then when he was trying to talk about the title of the what's it called? The title of the property, mention governor consent. But on the flyer, I can see registered survey, which is not a title, but what's a document. There's difference between what's it called? Property title and a property document. You understand? So the survey is a document. So that property still need to be what? How do I put it now? They still need to perfect the title on it for you to have a title of that particular product. Then I also mentioned the fact that they place flooding. You understand? So I expect him to, give me more convincing way of, saying, okay, yes, I want to buy another. Then I asked about the, what's it called? The total landmarks that they have there. What is the how many hectares or how many acres are involved, because I have a lot of serial investors that might be interested. So I didn't get a valid answer for that. You only mentioned what's it called, 400 square meter, which is more or less like a plot or so. So in that regard, you need to improve on that so that you can get more information. If you dish out, the more information you have to yourself, the more ability to sell, and the more money comes your way. So thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Double Owo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ifeanyi, I hope you've taken notes. So he made mention, Double Owo made mention that when he said, I want to speak with my wife, what should have come to your mind? And of course, I want to begin by appreciating you. Like I said before, you did excellently well. Like we said earlier, that the essence of this sales role play is so that you can actually observe some areas you still need to do some touch of excellence, right? So the idea is that at the end of this sales role play, you can actually improve in your sales, your ability to make sales, prospect, talk to clients, and also close deal as well. So like he earlier said, when he said, made mention, I want to speak with my wife, what will come to your mind is that the decision maker of the house is a wife, right? So like he said, you should find a way to, lobby your way in to become part of the discussion, right? Seek a way by permission. How can you be able to get into the discussion so as to explain to wife that you believe that by you speaking to her as well, she will also understand, because the husband is already convinced the only one remaining is the wife. So if you can get the wife, you can assure that you deal is good.
the network. Yeah. Is it for me?
Is anyone else that have something to comment to make based on this call? Can you drop a chat so that I can actually enable you? Anyone else? I'm ready, sir. Okay, David B, you ready? So I don't know the direction you are coming in. All right, let me enable you, David B. So I know the direction you're coming from. David B says, I'm ready. All right, David B, I just enabled you. Okay. Okay, so let's hear from David B, after which I will say one or two things else concerning the sales role play. Okay, David B, can you go ahead? Can I hear from you? What do you have to say?
Hello,
I've
sir.
enabled you. Yeah, go ahead. I've enabled you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, go ahead,
Okay.
David B.
Good afternoon, sir. I got your number from your wife's friend, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir.
Okay, is this sales role play you want to do again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, double O, please, is putting the call close to you. Can
Okay,
you, yeah, go ahead. You are sending to double O.
hello.
Okay.
Yes, at
Hello,
the
good
end,
afternoon. Okay.
go ahead and end. I will summarize all the performance, okay? Go ahead, sell to him again.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon, sir. Please, am I on to Mr. Double?
Speaking. What am I on to?
Okay. Okay. Am I on to Mr. Double?
Speaking. Who am I speaking with?
Okay. You are on to the representative from GTEC Associates and Real Estate Company. So I got your contact from your friend, your wife's friend. So she was talking to me about, because I'm into real estate, so I'm a friend to your wife's friend. So she was talking about your wife needing some properties in around the island, mainland, that you need some investment. So I was like, okay, since I have some properties, I can just try to pitch the idea to you. But I've also spoken to your wife. I just gave her a brief description about the properties, and she was like, okay, it's fine. So I just wanted to call you. So I got your number from her just to call you to actually just buttress my point, to probably convince you about the return on investment of the property in Ikorodu here.
Okay, sir, you said you are a representative of a company. I don't know
Yes,
you.
sir.
I don't. What? Can I know your name so that I can at least
I said I'm
identify?
Dave. I'm David. I'm David, sir. David B by name.
Oh, Mr. David.
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
sir.
Mr. David. Okay.
Yes. So
Okay. What
our
can I for?
So our real estate company is basically just about empowering people with their dream homes, giving them not just a home, but a house to live in, a place to inhabit, a place where their children can live in, a place where their children can grow, not just grow, but also flourish. Because I feel like personally, an environment can make a child succeed or be a failure. So with our environment, we have created our environment to be very conducive. So as long as when we continue to speak, you hear some of the amenities we have put in place for your children, and also for you to also explore in your to be successful in your careers and the career of your wife, sir.
Okay, that's fantastic. But
Yes, sir.
as it turns, I am always particular about whatever property you want to, acquire. I hope
Yes,
it's
sir.
not a polluted land. I hope it's not flooded. I hope that area is conducive for living and all that, for
Oh,
business things. Then there's this particular one that one of my friends is even trying to get now. That place they want to sell to us. Is it possible for us to build a church there?
yes, sir, it's very possible, because personally, I feel like even a church is even one of the most profitable organizations. So, for example, this our land is very good. So the name of the land is Sapphire Estate, is in Ikorodu, Lagos. I know what might probably come to your mind first of all might be Ikorodu. Wow. But now the reason why Ikorodu is a very big place and is a very good place for your investment, because some years back he was also like that. But now, if you go to Lekki, you will see the return on investment. And because of GTEC's Global Associate is actually a real estate company, not just in Nigeria. We have offices and houses in Texas, UK, even in Dubai. So with that, we are not just bringing not just local knowledge, we are bringing local and international knowledge. So your house will not just, we are not just building your houses with bricks. We're actually building your house so you can live there. You can feel that you can feel like a prince. Your wife can feel like a princess. Your children can feel comfortable. So that's the way we build our house to pass a feeling, to pass an experience of royalty to our clients. Sir.
Okay, it's fantastic the way you are saying it, but my previous knowledge about what's it called? I don't know what location is this particular property you are talking about.
Nikorodu, sir.
Where in Ikorodu? Where exactly in Ikorodu?
It is in uh, it is in Nikorodu, exactly in Nikorodu, close to oh shit, I don't have that information. Oh my god.
David, I understand perfectly. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I understand.
So
I think
should I continue, sir?
you can continue. So, Dogo, please
Okay.
bear
The
with him,
product,
okay?
I need the product image.
Yes,
Can I get
we're
the
trying
product
to.
image?
Sure, we're
Okay.
trying to display it.
Okay, I've
Yes.
asked for the product image before, but nobody displayed it.
Yes. All
Okay.
right. All right. You are doing good. All right. Can you go ahead?
I need I need the
Yes.
location. Where is the property located at?
I'm sending it to you now.
Okay, sir.
I'm sending it to you now. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Yes, I can hear
I'm
you.
sorry for I'm sorry for the break in transmission.
No problem. No problem.
So our property, which is Sapphire Water City, is at Isanwo Oluye Agric bus stop, Ikorodu.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
That's good. Okay.
So let me just quickly give you just a short description of this our estate, right? And I can also try to give you a few amenities that you, your wife, and your family would also enjoy when you come to this estate, sir.
Okay.
Can I?
Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. Let me listen.
Hello, sir. Hello,
I'm
sir.
listening. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So some of the amenities you will be enjoying are green. You will be enjoying a green city. So we're not just building on every piece of land. We actually want greenery. So there are going to be greeneries around the estate because we need carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide needs to leave the body. So we put greeneries around. So plants are being demarcated close to your car parks, close to the building to make there to be a very fresh air around. So we also have smart estates, smart gates, security cameras, which are going to be recording 24/7. And I know that you might also be seeing that you might also be thinking that how you want to how are you going to have a CCTV camera that is going to be recording 24/7 when we don't have light? Don't worry, we have 24/7 power supply in our place. We also have some amenities for your children, which is also play area. So that's why I said this place is a very good area for your children to play and grow, grow, and excel. So that's just it. So we have gym. If you and your wife are probably interested, maybe it can be a couples gym hangout once in a while. We also have treated water. So there are some of the concerns, maybe like treated water. We have treated water, no problem. We also have maximum security. So the security is very tight. We also have gated community. So there's going to be gates around the community. We also have good roads. So no need of repairing your car maybe twice in a week. Don't worry, there is good roads. So we also have centralized sewage system. So those are just a few amongst the many, sir.
Okay. I've heard because I'm hearing for the first time. I still need to digest it.
Okay,
You
sir.
know, need to talk to my wife on this particular property that you just told me, because most of the time I don't buy property like that. I will take it to my wife, we deliberate on it, and take the right decision. So
As I've okay, as
I'll
I've
get
said
back to
before, I've spoken to your wife already, and she already showed interest in it, but she said I should call you as the head of the family. But since you want to still delegate with your wife, I think it should be best if you, your wife, and your children even come to the estate to just come and have a feel of where you are going to be living for the next couple of years, sir. Or if it's for investment purpose, you can just bring your family so they can see and just also advise you on the way forward, sir.
Okay, no problem. I will definitely get back to you after reaching out to her.
Okay,
Thank you
sir.
so
So
much.
what day of the week should I call you back to so we can finalize and probably book a viewing for the property, sir?
I think next Tuesday will be free in the evening.
Okay, sir. So should I message you on email or I should use this your same phone number, sir?
You can just say hi to me on WhatsApp, so I'll know
Okay,
that.
on WhatsApp, sir. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, sir. So I'll just say hi. I'm David from GTech Associates and Real Estate Company, sir.
that's good to go.
Yes, sir. So you can also just let me just as I'm rounding up, you can also just check our some of our products and real estates and houses online. You can just go on Google and just search for GTEX. Our chairman is also a very trustworthy man who has also spoken, and it's not just a man of selling property. He's a man who has lived the experience. He's a man who has made people rich through real estate. So this property is also a good source of investment, just in case you don't want to buy the property to live in, because it's a very premium.
So can I ask you a
Um,
question?
yes, sir.
After acquiring this property,
Yes, sir.
how long, how long is the allocation done?
The allocation, sir. The allocation, so once you acquire the property, so you are going to come to our office, and we are going to speak on your mode of payment. Maybe you want to pay once on stuff. So once that is ready, then allocation should be ready in probably 1 to 2 months, sir. Because you just need to sign a few documents so we'll know that you are really interested in the property. Because we have the properties are selling fast, sir.
1 or 2 months, is that not too far? Is it not instant allocation after full payment?
No, the reason why we're taking 1 or 2 months is to gather all the necessary things so they can do change of ownership and stuff like that, sir. So it will be registered in your name. So as the way Nigerian things go on now, I can tell you the reason why I'm telling you 1 to 2 months is just to make sure that it is we have so there will not be any mistake. Because if I tell you tomorrow and probably the office closes, it will feel like I'm lying. So that's why I'm giving you a distance time. So it will happen around that period, but it should happen in less than a month, sir. So I'm just giving you that time because of the way our Nigerian system works with verification and everything, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
So
for the
thank you,
information.
sir. So after the call now, I'll message you on WhatsApp telling you that I'm texting.
Okay, no problem. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes, sir.
You too.
Wow, wow, this is awesome. Mr. from Mr. David B. Wow, this is beautiful.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, can we hear from you, Double Owo? Can you look at the call and then judge the performance? Let's see whether there's areas you need to work on, improve on as well. Can we hear from you?
Well, to a large extent, is Mr. David's product knowledge is top notch.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
then in an attempt to ask some questions, he was able to, give me some information that counter the kind of question I wanted to ask him. The
Thank you, sir.
previous person mentioned the fact that the property is very close to my church. I wanted to say that, based on my own previous experience, when you hear my 12 is known to be a notorious environment. So I wanted to find out, okay, how secure, when it comes to security, what is the level of security that will be, provided for in this particular property you're trying to sell. But he quickly mentioned the fact that you already have a gated house, everywhere is secured, and so there's no point asking that question again. So I give him what's it called? Thumbs up for what he has done in that regard. So that's
Thank you, sir.
I want to ask a question when you have already given, or you already prepared the question beforehand, and I mean you have the answer beforehand. It goes a long way in closing the deal. So which is then I also mentioned the fact that I need to talk to my wife. He said to me that okay, he has already spoken with the wife, and the wife has already concluded. So I'm the decision maker. Even though I'm the decision maker, I still need to talk to her to verify that okay, I heard somebody called you, you spoke with somebody, or you gave my number to someone to verify whether I'm actually talking to the right person or not, which is the ID thing. You understand? So I cannot
Yes,
just make a decision on the spot because somebody called me and said my wife says so thing. You're in Nigeria, so
yes, sir.
anything can happen. And
Yes, sir.
just tell you, and at the end of the day, you need to verify all information. So that's just it. But he
Okay, sir.
tried on and off.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
And this is my first time.
Really?
Yes, sir.
This is your first time.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So
And you have to perform.
I just used
Go
the
ahead.
idea from the day one to the day 7, where he told us that we can just gather information up. And so I've already seen how people have advertised, and I've taken note of some of their mistakes. Then I try to incorporate the advices they got into my own presentation for today. The network was even disturbing me, but I promised myself that today I must do it.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
David, awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we skipped. So I said that, WO, I've also commented on that when a prospect or client tells you, I want to speak to my wife, I want to speak to my uncle, I want to speak to, most times in your prospecting or in talking to a client, you should try as much as possible to be in control of the discussion, right? Like someone pointed out that when Ifeanyi was making his presentation, it seems like he's struggling with confidence. And most times when we struggle with confidence, it's either we are not acquainted with the product knowledge, or we're not giving much value, or you don't understand the product you are selling. Someone observed that he used they got to a point he lost control of the conversation. So in conversation, you must try as much as you can by owning the conversation, because you should also have a mindset of a consultant in your prospect speaking with a client. And the mindset of a consultant is such that wants to add value or solve problem. So with this understanding, you should be on the side of asking your client questions, not putting your client or prospect in a state whereby he's the one asking you questions, right? So there is a way you make your presentations that in. So, like I said, you should also make it in such a way that you be in control of the conversation. You are a consultant, so focus on that the prospect you are speaking to him. You're not just trying to sell the thing. You're actually trying to provide a solution. You're providing solution, and of such, you also learn to ask questions, right? Ask questions, and then also we should also work on our introduction, which is very important. The beginning of our conversation is very important. Can you hear me? All right. So, introduction will actually determine how your client use, right? The level of reception you're going to receive from the client or the prospects. So intentionally, you're going to work on your introduction. You can hear David. I'm a real estate advisor. David, are you speaking?
Yes, I'm listening. The network was breaking a little, sir. But I'm listening. It's clear now.
Okay, I come again. So what I say that everyone should intentionally go and work on your introduction. Your introduction is very important. Like people will and one of the ways people buy from us is number one, the way your communication, the way your introduction. How do you introduce yourself, right? Your introduction will determine the flow of the conversation. In short, it will determine the end of the conversation. The way you introduce yourself will determine how the client or the prospect will respond to you, right? My name is David. I'm a real estate wealth advisor, or I am an investment consultant. I help high network individuals discover an investment opportunities that can give them high returns on investments. Do you mind if I provide such investment opportunities for you? Right. So by that, you are being more of a consultant who have a mindset of providing solution. So by that, you put your prospect or your clients not ahead of the conversation. You become like the one that comes to provide solution. So by your introduction determines whether you be ahead of the conversation or whether your client or your prospect will be ahead of that conversation. Please don't forget this. Take note that your introduction, the way you introduce yourself, will determine what ahead of that conversation. So it's very important to work on an introduction. Very important. Intentionally go and work on your introduction. Very important. Number two thing you work on is product knowledge. Before you go out for any prospecting or want to a client, first of all, intentionally, even if you don't have the product knowledge of head, have it written down. Right? Have it written down. So, but the product knowledge is very important that as a wealth advisor, you have adequate, because that will also determine your confidence in speaking. That you know what you are selling. And you are able to convince your prospects to buy from you. You know, what you are selling is luxury service plus. And you can't expect someone to commit, we're not selling, what we're selling here is not, it's pure luxury service plot. So the person that will commit such amount of money to you, you must be able to build your self-esteem to a certain height. And one of the ways to your self-esteem is that you must have adequate knowledge of what you are selling, so that you can sell with confidence. You don't sell with your mouth stammering. You sell with confidence because you understand the value that you are giving. So if you that is selling a product, you don't understand the product you are selling, how do you intend that the person you are selling to will understand the product when you yourself, you're not convinced? So I think the first step to selling is, first of all, be convinced on what you are selling. Because if you're not convinced, you can't convince the person you're speaking to. And there's a way to know, there's a way your prospect or your client knows whether you are convinced on what you are selling. It's on your speech, the way you speak. They can tell whether this person knows what you are saying. All right.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I want to take. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. And thank you for the courage. This is your first time, and yet you were able to give us such a wonderful presentation. That's wonderful. No?
Thank you, sir.
So you did well. All right. I would like to have one last sales role play, and it's like double O. It's still gonna be a prospect.
Okay.
Ebenezer, are you there? Glory, Ebenezer. Or rather, is anyone who wants to sell? The best way to perfect yourself is to, once a while, without someone calling you, indicate that I want to sell. Because you wouldn't know the areas you need to work on if you don't avail yourself the opportunity to be in a place whereby you can. I want to put in the chat box so I can actually enable you. Anyone else? Remember, this is the last day of this AI sales challenge. And of course, don't forget that here at GTEX Holding, we don't just sell land, we sell value, right? We provide certain infrastructures in all our estate that can create a luxury atmosphere. So imagine buying a land, the value of buying a land in a place like Banana Island, that someone can afford to pay, billions of naira, millions of naira, hundreds of millions, can decide to afford to buy it there, but the price and that of so just the difference will tell you that what makes it different is just the value, right? The infrastructures, infrastructure that is being put into it what increase the value of that estate, right? Some persons are making objection. Please, I hope we will still get the recorded video of all the sections. All right, note taking if I. So don't forget, we don't just sell land, we sell value. And we're bringing some certain infrastructures, like we bring in biodigester that turns waste into cooking gas, that you wouldn't need to go through the stress of digging soccer pits in your own space, right? Because we have provided a more excellent way of turning the waste products into cooking gas. So like perimeter fencing, he mentioned it, someone mentioned it, and a whole lot of infrastructures that's going to be introduced into the estates that can create a luxurious atmosphere and living. So by the time we are able to introduce all these infrastructures, which some, I think it was David that mentioned them, or Ifeanyi that mentioned those infrastructures, someone may begin to ask, why is our estate 400 square meters instead of 500 square meters? We don't just sell land to you, we sell value. And what makes our land more valuable is infrastructures that are introduced into that estate. It's what increases the value. Another thing that increases the value is the landmarks. But beyond that, the infrastructures have a long way of determining the value of those estates. So at this point, I'm going to be calling the next person that's going to be, nobody wants to indicate. All right, I want to call the next person that will, please, can you mute yourself?
Oh, okay,
Thank
sorry.
you so much.
Yeah. Let me do it immediately. I didn't even know that it's still on.
Okay. Do I have Gozim Martin? Gozim Martin, can you unmute now? I'm going to enable you now. Gozim Martin. Okay, I just enabled you now. Can you unmute yourself? Can you say hello? Martins, are you there? Martins, are you there? Abraham, are you there? Abraham Edgar. Okay, so sorry. All right, so can I have Abraham? Abraham Edgar, I've just enabled you now.
Sorry, what was the question, sir?
Not a question. I want you to take the last sales role play. You're going to be selling to double Owo.
I should go ahead.
Abraham, just give me a minute.
Okay, fine. Yeah, please, problem.
So you're going to sell the product of the day, Sapphire Water City Ikorodu, Abraham Ega. You're going to be selling to double Owo. At least you have observed the previous performance, so I expect your own section to be more excellent. So you're going to be selling to double Owo now. And I hope each and every one of us, we are learning by observation. We are learning by observing. All right. So Abraham.
Yes.
Please go ahead and
Okay,
sell to Dr. Owo.
Okay, so good afternoon, Dr. Owo.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, how is your day, sir?
I didn't hear that.
How is your day, sir?
It was fantastic. How about yours?
Yeah, awesome. I am grateful. So, my name is Abraham Ega. I'm a representative of GTEX Homes and Associates, and I stumbled. I'm actually out here to market some of our products. I know you're meeting for the first time, but I would like to have some of your get your attention and some of the time to.
Sorry, wait a minute. Get my contact.
Of the value and the benefit of why I would want you to consider our property presently at the Ikorodu. And
Hello, Mr. Abraham. Can you hear me?
hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Are you saying something?
Yes, I said, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello? So,
Okay, I said, how did you get my number in the first
yes.
instance? Because I'm surprised that you're
I
placing.
can hear you now.
How did you get my number in the first?
I can hear you now. Sure. Okay. I had a discussion with a few of my friends and colleagues and property for you before, knowing that you are somebody that is into investments and invested a lot, so it's and because they saw the value of I spoke to them about this, and they liked it and they were impressed, and they felt they know you are somebody that can key into it. So that's how I got the privilege of your number. I hope you don't mind that.
No problem, but right now I have enough, what's it called, properties at hand. So I don't think I'll be interested in additional, properties. And apart from that, if I want to take any property, do you have any property that has the CFO or something? Or better title?
Yes, that's why. Okay, so that was why I wanted to maybe when you listen to what I have, you can consider and also recommend. Basically, it's important you know what you have. Sometimes when you are privileged with the information of a certain thing, might make you a cause to reconsider or to put it in your mind or also recommend. So life is really success. So talking about a property, can you
You are breaking up. I can hardly hear what you're saying.
hear me, sir?
Yes, I think I can hear you now,
Hello?
but it was before.
Okay, sorry. So I was saying that you just mentioned that you are looking for a property that has C of O, right?
Exactly.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I said I needed property that has
Hello?
CFO because I told you I have enough property at hand. The only thing that can convince me to get additional property right now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me as well? So the only reason why I would want to, get an additional property is when your property has the perfect title, like C of O and the rest. Okay, I can consider it. But right now, I think I have more than enough. So
Actually, this property I'm about to share with you, know that what I'm presently marketing to you actually has a title and is verifiable. And I also represent a company that is widely known globally for its integrity and also the kind of products they in real estate that they market and they own. So you don't have a problem with the C of O. The property is certified and it is duly registered with the government and it has its title document, as you have just rightly mentioned. So by the way, the property beyond that, you can see that the property also has some some notable landmarks that might interest you, just in case you are considering some that kind of investment that you can sell in the future, because it has a high rate of return in investment. And as an investor, if you can, if by the time I'm done, by the time you get to know that it's just around right supermarkets around the Lagos. So these are some of the notable landmarks I'm just trying to list for you. If you know Mile 2 Market, Mile 12 Market, we have also the notable Label Hotel and Event Center. We have a church around there, and we have the Lagos State Polytechnic. So actually, there are lots of existing economic-driven facilities around there that will attract dwellers and prospective buyers. So we're looking at something that once you key in at this. By the way, you are fortunate to also be privileged to the fact that this is a pre-sale marketing, so you have the chance of getting it at almost 40% discount of the actual value. So we're looking at once it's launched and we start, your return of investment is almost going to double. I'll give you that assurance. Majorly considering the landmarks around there and the rate of development around Ikorodu, which I'm aware you have some knowledge of that location I'm talking about.
Okay, can I have an idea of how many acres or how many hectares are we talking about that you have in this particular location?
We have estates, so we're talking about nothing less than 100 hectares. Meaning that you can also own your own mini.
Then can I have a question?
Within that estate. So if a hectare, less than a hectare,
then can I ask a question? Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, yes. You know, according to Lagos State Master Plan, what's it called? Any property that you acquire does not have you know, perfect title. They might come up tomorrow and tell you, Fort Milan Bridge, you pass this place and all that. So I don't want that situation to occur. So that's why any property I want to buy now, I'm not too comfortable with registered survey.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
I'm asking you already that, you know, any property, how soon are you going to pass title of this property? Because as it's were now, I can see that it only has a title document, not a perfect title. The title has not been perfected. So how soon will this be done before I can invest? I would like to know. I hope you heard my question clearly. Mr. Abraham, are you still with me? Hello? I think the network has, I don't know, is acting up. Can you hear me?
Abraham. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Can I have you vet the performance so far from Mr. Abraham?
Yes, thank you so much, sir. One thing I just observed from Mr. Abraham is the fact that most of the time you need to listen more to the clients, know the pain points of that client. It's not just about selling the property and selling the value and all that, but what exactly does this person want? I kept emphasizing the fact that if I want to get an additional, you know, property coupled with the one I had before, the only convincing thing is the title, which is what CFO or some other thing. But as it were, this particular property that we are talking about is a registered survey. And I'm telling him that, okay, a registered survey is, what's it called? Is a title document. I mean, it's a document. It's not a title. So I needed property that has what title. I was even laying emphasis on the fact that according to Lagos State Master Plan, any property that does not have the CFO, they can, you know, encroach on it in future, and the government can take it and they won't pay you anything. You understand? I was trying to, but I don't know, maybe it's because of the network. He didn't hear me. He kept going on with his own explanation. So that's what one thing I just observed. In most cases, we should listen to the client, talk less, listen more, know the pain point of the client in question or the prospect, so that you're able to narrow it down and give it to him the way he wants. So that's exactly what I just observed. So thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dobro. Actually, that is actually my observation. That is actually what I wanted to talk about. Is what I wrote down is listen more than you speak. It's in listening that you actually get the pinpoint, right? So that you can know where to provide value in areas, right? So as a consultant, as a wealth advisor, in talking to your prospect, on your client, please pay attention to your client's need. Most times, you don't close a deal in so much speaking, right? It is your ability to know what your client, your ability to listen, to know what is your pinpoint, and your ability to satisfy the the questions, right? Your ability to meet to the need of your client or prospects that actually guarantees the success of that deal, whether it's going to be closed or not. So as much as you can, listen more than you speak, right? And I know that Abraham, you are paying attention to this because I observed that you actually talk much. And even when the prospect is trying to make an objection, your voice actually, you can't say anything even when you're trying to say something. So even as much as you can, in prospecting, talking to a prospect or client, tends to pay keen attention to know what the pinpoint is so they can know the right approach in solving, meeting the needs of your client. So far, so good. I think we have actually had a wonderful time. So this is the 7th day of this training. So all that we've learned, what do we intend to do with them? Because the goal of this training is not just for us to just come and acquire knowledge, it's for us to implement it. So after these 7 days, the question is, what next? What are you going to do with what you've learned? Are you going to sit down on all that you've learned, or are you going to put them to practice? Because the evidence that you've actually learned something, the evidence that you actually participated in this 7 days AI training is that we begin to see your progress. Like we're going to hear your progress, the number of sales, the number of progress, productivity. We can actually know and be convinced, say, yes, this person actually attended this training. So the question, like I've asked before, after these 7 days AI sales challenge, what next? What are you going to do with what you've learned? How are you intending to? I want to know if we can get the recording of the classes. Abraham, okay. Okay, I believe that you are in. If you're not in any of our WhatsApp group, please do well to send me a message on WhatsApp so we can add you up to WhatsApp group. It's there. You're gonna get all those things. You're gonna share them. So you can send me a message on WhatsApp if you're not in any of our WhatsApp group. Can send me a WhatsApp message so we can actually add you up. So, like I've said, it's this 7 days training actually to bring the consultant that just spoke to us in this 7 days costs a lot of money. And what Dr. Stephen is actually expecting from each and every one of us who have participated in this 7 days all expense paid training is he wants to see the fruits, or see progress. He wants to see bringing in sales. And of course, you know that after all these things from this man, Dr. Stephen, who have actually sacrificed a lot to bring the training to you, and then you are not utilizing what you've learned for GTS holdings. Of course, you know it won't be the right thing to do, right? So I expect each and every one of us to Make sure you follow us up. Make sure that the WhatsApp number I've sent it there. If you don't have access to any of our products, do well to reach out to me. And of course, if you have any client or any prospect and you find it difficult to speak to the person or to close the deal, still do well to reach out. We can also assist you. And of course, your commission is your commission, it's still your commission. So, but our desire is to see you make progress in this business, right? In these 7 days, just imagine the quality of the training that we are receiving, and nobody have charged you. This is the kind of training that people pays, a lot of money just to attend. You can attend this kind of training without paying no less than, at least for these 7 days, not less than 250,000 naira. But this is a training that is coming to us free of charge. And the only way we can actually show appreciation is that we have our products from this company, market it, and make ourselves, and then it will be a proof, a for thank you. Thank you for the input. Thank you for the patience. Thank you for the training. Thank you for the sacrifice. All right. So sorry. All right. So I want to know whether anyone, so far so good, whether you have any question. I can see some persons. Please add my number to the okay, you mean to the, you're not in any of our WhatsApp group? Julie, you're not in any of our WhatsApp group? Okay. You'll be added to a WhatsApp group. Please, if you're not in any of our WhatsApp group, ensure that you leave your WhatsApp group behind before the end of this training. This is the last day, and we're trying to ensure that everyone is carried along. No one is left behind. If there's any necessary assistance you feel that you need, please do well to drop a message on the chat box. We're going to enable you to unmute yourself so you can actually tell us what is there any other area you will be needing an assistance, because we want to be expecting, we can't wait for you to make a sale and then get your commission. Anyone else, you have question to ask? There is any area you've needed an assistant, you feel like I need an assistant in this area? Please, can you do well to send us message right now? I would like to attend to your needs, because We can't wait for you to make yourself. Okay, okay. David is saying something. Okay, need assistance in the area of my presentations. I need an assistance in the area of my presentations. Beautiful. Like I said, number one, David B, you need to go back and intentionally draft a good introduction for yourself. Like I said before, the way you introduce yourself in any call, in any prospecting, will determine whether you'll be ahead of that conversation or whether your prospect will be ahead of that conversation. People tend to buy not just the product, they buy you first before the product. So the way and the manner you present yourself, the way and the manner you introduce yourself, and then presentation. Most times, the way you introduce yourself brings up, please, can I talk with you later? I don't have time. But there's a way and a manner that you present yourself to a client, your introduction. Your client will not have any option than to give you the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your time, even if that client is in a haste to catch up with something important. Like I said, your introduction, you must introduce yourself like someone that is offering value. I think was it Abraham? I don't know the last person that made the presentation. He said something like you are something from GTS Holdings. That's not enough. That's not enough. It's not enough. So, David, you will need to go back to, I think you're the one that made that introduction. You may need to go back, sit down, and work on your introduction. All right. All right. You're welcome, David B. So sit down, work on your introduction. Draft a good introduction for yourself. I want to do something here. I want to take I want to ask someone to make an introduction, like just put a call across to me. The only thing I need from you is to make an introduction. Let me look for someone. Let me look for somebody. You don't need to sell the product to me. Just give me a simple introduction. Let me tell you the truth. Everything about sales begins, the first prerequisite that will determine the success of your conversation is introduction. Like I said before, it is the way you introduce yourself will put you ahead of the conversation or or whether your clients will be telling you things like don't have time. You don't present yourself as someone that has offer. You present yourself like someone just sent you on an errand. You don't present yourself like someone that have the first level to closing a deal is you must have a self-worth. You must have a healthy self-esteem. You must have a healthy self-esteem. Like you must place value on yourself. You must have at least some atom of self-regard for yourself. You must have some level of self-respect for yourself. All right? So this is key. It's very important. I want to text someone that will give me a good presentation. Okay, David Oketa. Are you raising your hand up? Or is it the previous one? Martin, you need to mute yourself. David Oketa. Do you want to make a presentation? You want to introduce yourself? Let's round up this training with introduction. Ope Oluwa David. Okay, I'm going to do something. Ope Oluwa David, I want to enable you now to unmute yourself and make a presentation. Can you unmute yourself now? I've seen something you posted. Can you unmute yourself and then make a presentation? Go ahead. All right. Okay, let me read out some introduction. Okay, let everyone should make an introduction and drop it in the chat box. Drop an introduction in the chat box. I'm going to read our introductions. I'll start with Ope Oluwa David. Ope Oluwa David. I'll start with you. All right. Ope Oluwa David said, my name is Ope Oluwa. I am a wealth advisor at GTS Holdings Limited. My expertise lies in assisting high net worth individuals like you make money by building strong real estate portfolio with focus on prime locations in Nigeria, USA, Dubai, and UK. This carefully selected investment can yield exceptional returns ranging from 200% to 500 within 2 to 5 years. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. All right, Edwin Osai say, good evening, sir. My name is Edwin Osai, your trusted Apex Realtor of Nigeria from GTS Holdings. I am here to help you with your real estate and investment needs based on the interest you previously showed in one of our properties. This is beautiful. At least you are sounding like a consultant, the one that is coming to give help, right? So you're not sounding like someone that is helpless. You are sounding like someone that you know your self-worth, like you have a healthy self-esteem. You're not sounding like weakly. You're not sounding like someone that you don't know your product. You don't have a sense of self-respect for yourself. because the way you present yourself will determine how your client or your prospect will receive you. If you present yourself like just someone that is being sent by GTS Holding for an errand, they'll treat you like that. They will even ask you, I want to speak with your chairman. But when you present yourself like someone that have at least some sense of self-respect, it means that, number one, you are representing the brand very well. Because you speaking to a prospect, you are speaking as a brand and ambassador of GTS Holdings. All right. Okay, David B say, I am David B, a programmer, speaker, and real estate representative at GTS Holdings. I specialize in creating innovative tech solutions, communicating them effectively to diverse audience, and helping clients navigate the real estate market with confidence. Driven by a constant desire to learn and inspire, I aim to make a meaningful impact in tech, speaking, and real estate. David, this thing is too long ago. Are you sure you have a kind of client that will have this passion to listen to this your presentation? Please, as much as can, let's make our introduction very as snappy and let it be very captivating. All right. And David B, please work on your introduction. If you want to sell to a client, I don't think that your client may have all this time. As much as you can, narrow your conversation towards. I'll make it shorter, sir. Beautiful. Please make it as short as you can, right? You may not have a patient prospect who may have all the time to listen to all these things. You may find out by the time you read by the time you make the last statement, your prospect may be out of the call. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So far, so good. I know we've had a good time in this 7 days AI sales challenge. And I believe so much that we have learned a lot from our speaker who have taken his time to train us from day 1 till day 6. And today, we just decided to take, to do some roll call to, be able to ascertain our level of follow-up, how far we have followed up based on the training. Double award, good day, sir. I'm Owode, team lead at Double Owo Homes, a dedicated wealth creator at GTS Holdings. It's a pleasure to connect with you. How may I assist you today? Double O, you also will need to work on this, your introduction as well. I love the ending part. And please, let's take note of his ending part. How may I assist you today? So at the end of all your introduction, please always, call for action, like ask question, at the end of all your, like I said before, you must be in a position or speak like a consultant. A consultant is actually the one that tends to provide values, but you can't solve problem, or you can't if you don't understand what the problem is. And for you to understand, you must be in a place whereby you ask more questions, right? So by asking more questions, you are in control of the conversation. But when you find yourself in a state whereby most questions comes from the prospect, it means you've lost, track of the conversation, right? Right. I am Eugenia Olatoye, a real estate consultant who help individuals to build a generational wealth. I represent GTES Holdings, a global real estate company with office around the globe. Okay, this is beautiful, but also do well to work on, like I said before, look at, I love the ending part of the Owo poems. At ending, he asked a question, how may I assist you? Our chairman will always make a presentation like say, I am Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I help wealthy people make more money through real estate. Do you mind if, of course, I'll be of value to you? But however, always end your introduction by asking questions like that. How may I assist you? How can I be of value to you? All right. Sunday Amos. My name is Ajay Sunday Amos, and I am an associate with Holdings. Investment in prime locations, ensuring high returns, security, and long-term value. Sunday Amos still work on the last part, always add call to action. Either you are asking questions so as to get feedback. Always tend to ask questions with an intention of getting feedback from your prospects or your clients. I am David, a programmer, public speaker, a real estate representative at GTES Holdings, specializing in tech solution and real estate guidance. Let's connect and explore how I can help you achieve your goal. This is better, right? It's better because I love the fact that you were able to state out the area that makes you stand out, and also ended up with a question that can actually put your client or prospect in a state of responding back to you. So always end your introduction with questions, right? Because you should expect a feedback, and you can't expect a feedback from a prospect or your client after you introduce yourself when you don't ask a question. So you must ask questions to expect the feedback. All right. So far, so good. I think we've had a wonderful time together. And the next is your sales. So I want to end by, where are we expecting your sales? Ifeanyi Chukwu Ilechukwu, Double Owo Homes, David B, Gozim Martin, Ope Oluwa David, Abraham Iga, Amina Oni, David Oketa, Ebenezer Ilori, Edwin Osai, Eugenia Olatoye, Goodheart Oyedema, Grace Oyedepo Daramola, and of course, Loretta Iwu Okwono, Omohene Timothy Akada, Patrick Mundi, Priscilla Zibo, Ahmed, Sunday Amos, Owa Ayo, please forgive me if I don't pronounce your name very well. Wisdom Elijah, All right. So the last question I'm asking us is, when are we expecting your sales? When? Please put it in the chat box. When? Soonest is not the right response. Are we expecting it tomorrow, next tomorrow, this month, by God's grace? This month, Abraham Edgar said this month is okay. This already 13th of March. So Abraham, this month by God's grace. Edwin Osai, under 30 days by the grace of God and my smart work. I want to ask, is anybody that have any clients you are speaking with? Probably you need an assistant. You need someone to assist you to talk to a client. Is anyone like that? You have someone you are speaking with, or you know, you are in a conversation with, and you like, I need a helping hand. If I electrical, say immediately. Oh, beautiful. All right. By God's grace, today or on Friday next week. The will say next week. Or A say next week. Double O say yes, I need help. All right, Double O, please send me message on WhatsApp immediately. Let's know the area, how you want us to come in the area if you need help. You have a client that is ready to buy, and maybe there's one or two challenge. Please, Double O, please send me message on WhatsApp. Sunday Emo say, I have set up my Google ad. It has been approved, but I want to raise money to fund it. Latest next week. All right. So even before that, you can also maximize every other social media platform to, you know, maximize every, even as you wait for that. Eugenia said the client said he needs a little more time. Okay, find out what actually is a challenge. Try to find out when a client tells you need a little more time. Try to find out what actually is the challenge. Is it that your client, he or she, doesn't have the enough cash to make a buying decision? Try to find out what actually is a challenge, right? If it doesn't have, find out how much do you have. How much you have at hand. Then by the time you know how much you have at hand, then you can reach out to us to know whether your client can actually make a part payment to secure an offer, right? So even when your clients are giving such objection, try to find out the reason for the objection. That's why you're a consultant. You don't just take this as objection and you don't attend to it. This is an objection coming to you, but you need to find out why this objection. All right.
Yeah, we'll make it in WhatsApp.
All right. Okay, I'm trying to listen to Olaleko. Oh, beautiful. All right, no issue. That's beautiful. Okay, I think we'll be coming to the end of this section. Thank you so much for joining this 7 days AI sales challenge. Don't forget to be expecting your sales And don't also forget that if there's any challenge, do well to reach out to us. We'll be expecting to hear from you and also to help you in any area that possible that we can actually provide a helping hand. The most important, we want to see you closing your deal, we want to see you getting your commission as soon as possible. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, for such opportunity. Thank you so much, GTES and Associates, for providing such a platform. Thank you so much for those who have attended. We've come to the end of the 7 days AI Sales Challenge. So see you next time. So we'll communicate to us when next we'll be having our training. Please do well to follow us on WhatsApp, follow our product knowledge, follow all our trainings. And when you do that, of course, you can predict your success. You can predict that your sales will definitely come. Once again, thank you so much, and do have a productive day ahead. Bye-bye.